teachers, that is
That's
not
far.
a good idea. All right. But that process put bodies in schools, and in some instances that was better than nothing. And so we used to do it. I understand we now recruit teachers from Cuba and
Yes, we do. We do. Whenever there's a shortage, unfortunately.
I have never been clear as to why we cannot produce enough teachers.
Well, that's another topic for another day, but that can
Yes.
open a whole can of worms because
Yes.
it can be, is the salary, even though we've made improvements in the salary, that can be one of the turnoffs
Could be.
for teachers.
Could be.
But I want to end on this note. I want to ask you, for the next 50 years, well, we may not be here in the next 50 years, but you hope to be? Well, I hope to be too. What are your expectations? So how would you like to see education in the next 50 years? Quick wrap up.
I'd like to see the students, a student, any student you pick out of a stream, be a confident human being who is able to contribute meaningfully to his society, and who is able to raise a family
Yes.
and produce good, upstanding citizens of the Bahamas.
Yes, excellent note to end on. And it's because of persons like you why that can definitely be possible. Thank you so much for your contributions to the development of our nation, and thank you for your dialogue today. And it has certainly been a pleasure and a treat to dialogue with our former education director on his views on the progress we've made in education post-independence. As stakeholders in education, we must continue to work together to carry out the ministry's mission to ensure that all persons in the Bahamas are provided an opportunity to receive a quality education that will equip them with the necessary beliefs, knowledge, attitudes, and skills required for life, both in a democratic society, guided by Christian values, and in an interdependent, changing world. And for our viewers, if you would like to receive frequent updates on what's happening here at the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training, subscribe to 819 BMOE, that's 819-2663. Visit our website or follow us on Facebook, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and other social media platforms. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, happy Independence, Bahamas. I'm Adama Williams.
Next, on the legal brief.
What information would one be compelled to give to the police that you must answer?
Know the law.
From my experience, you find that persons who are truly innocent, in my experience, who are clean hands and so forth, they tend to be more forthcoming.
Know your rights.
One must know that once arrested, they don't have to speak to the police.
Tuesday at 8 p.m., only on the ZNS Network.
Everyone is looking for a deal. Everyone is looking to save. With this in mind, Huawei Marketing has teamed up with Deals Crazy TV to bring to Bahamians unparalleled products and unbelievable savings.
This week's Deals Crazy TV will air 5:30 p.m. Tuesday.
It's Premiere Week at ZNS. You asked for new local programs, and we heard your call. So here's the lineup starting this fall. Catch Legends, The Untold Story on Mondays at 9 a.m. Also on Mondays starting at 8 p.m., watch the making of your favorite meal on Dishing It Up. The decisions are final and the cases are real. The ever so popular Justice with Judge Carol slides in at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. You don't want to miss that. Later on Legal Tuesdays, there's the Legal Brief, where legal advice is given out by the country's top attorneys. Moving down to Thursdays at 9 a.m., The Drop, a video show with the best of the best local music artists. And on that trend, arts and entertainment will kick off your weekends on Fridays at 8 p.m. with Everything Entertainment. Time out, 4 p.m. on Sundays have never had it so good. Finally, a sports show to tune into. And wrapping things up on Sundays at 6 p.m. is Rhythm of Fate, a gospel video show to touch your spirit. Make sure to tune in this fall for a new experience in local programming only on ZNS.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the second cabinet meeting set to take place at the new Obadiah H. Boscombe complex. Also, the political climate heating up with just 2 days left before the by-election. And police officials investigating the death of a 4-year-old girl in Abaco. Those stories, sports, and more in the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, the second cabinet meeting for the year set to take place tomorrow at the new Obadiah H. Boscombe complex. Addressing the press briefing on Tuesday are the nation's leader, Prime Minister Philip Davis, Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper, Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, and Minister of Housing and Urban Development Keith Bell. This is the 5th time cabinet will be held outside of the nation's capital and the 2nd time for the year on the island of Grand Bahama. Switching gears now, more good news for the island of Bimini. The government signed an expanded heads of agreement with MSC Cruises, approving a $100 million expansion plan for Ocean Key that builds an existing investment of $400 million. The expansion project, which will be undertaken in 2 phases, entails a new marine conservation center, facility upgrades, and renewable energy. Director of Investments, Felicia Hannah Woods.
Something that's been in the works with government and negotiations at the highest levels for about 2 years. So we're happy today to conclude it. Once this agreement is signed, the developer will be moving on to its certificate of environmental clearance process, and thereafter we hope to have shovel in the ground.
Some 200 jobs for Bahamians will also come on stream as a result of the project through the opportunities that will transcend into job creation.
Minister made it very clear that Bahamians and his citizenry had to be at the forefront of everything that's done with this project. So that is a cadre of things. That's retail, that is wholesale, that is manufacturing, transportation in most instances as well will remain for Bahamians. And we will make sure that, of course, whatever concessions are available to the foreign investors are also available to the domestic investor as well.
A $2.8 million contract signing for roadworks on North Bimini and an $80 million contract signing for the expansion of the South Bimini Airport. All the finishing Nair in the race for the West Grand Bahama and Bimini seat left vacant due to the untimely death of the late Minister of Social Services, Broadcasting and Information Services. Over the weekend, a flurry of activity marked the political landscape as the Progressive Liberal Party orchestrated a golden rally in 8 Mile Rock, while the Free National Movement mobilized its political machinery in Bimini. Tonight, we have a recap of both rallies in this report. With just 2 days remaining before thousands of voters take to the polls, both major political parties using their final days to persuade voters on why their candidate should represent the constituency over the next 3 years. In West Grand Bahama, a significant gathering of PLP supporters and government officials took place. The Minister for Grand Bahama, Honorable Ginger Moxie, alongside Energy and Transport Minister JoBeth Colby Davis, passionately advocated for Kingsley Smith's candidacy.
Together, we'll continue to recover from Dorian, rebuild after COVID, and revolutionize how we govern after what can only be described as the worst administration in the history of the Bahamas, the failed national movement.
Y'all remember them? That same do-nothing government. Now, the PLP is the government, and they telling y'all, vote their candidate in, because they can get things right. Y'all believe them?
PLP candidate Kingsley Smith laying out his course of action if he is elected.
New jobs creation. Defense Force base in West End. Brand new West End police station. Brand new school. New airport for Bimini. New resort in Boodle Bay. Brand new docks for fishermen. Brand new fish house in West End. The West End Fishing Village Project, the West Grand Bahama Affordable Housing Project, free Wi-Fi in all parks from West Grand Bahama to Bimini.
Meanwhile, on the island of Bimini, supporters of the Free National Movement convened. Former party leader and former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Hubert Ingram, and current party leader, the Honorable Michael Pintard, detailed reasons why voters should lend their support to the F&M.
You're not going to change the government. The government will remain the same, but you could cause them to be a better government than they are. You can cause them to count you more than they count you now. Cause them to look out for you more than they look out for you now. Or you can cause them to continue to take you for granted.
If you're looking for someone who has influence, who's been working in your community, who's concerned about your affairs, who isn't running because he has a bucket list to tick the things he wished to accomplish before he exits this world, then you can pick Ricardo Grant.
Remaining with his campaign's core message, F&M's Ricardo Grant reiterated to his supporters that his focus remains on them.
My focus is not on the other side. My focus is not on the others who have entered this race. My focus is on you.
Now the Prime Minister says that Kingsley Smith has the full support of the government.
If he can't deliver these urgent home repairs and a rebuilt police station too, and a free breakfast for more of our children, and get all those things done down in West End with the Marine and all that, he's not going to come back in 3 years to ask you for your support again. Because he can't get it done. And he has this government to back him to ensure it's done.
Well, the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election is just 48 hours away, and while the major political parties ramp up their campaigns, independent Daquan Swain says he is feeling confident about his chance of becoming the next Member of Parliament for the area. Shane Stubbs has more in this report.
His goal is to bring more youth to the House of Assembly. Independent candidate Daquan Swain says he feels strongly about his chances in the upcoming by-election. And with his goals clearly stated to residents here and in Bimini, he looks forward to hearing the voices of the people loud and clear.
I'm young, and what that does is it creates a mixture. You know, the demographic has to be young as well as mature.
At 28 years old, Swain believes strongly that he is the man for the job. Running as an independent candidate, his goal has been to illustrate to the residents in West Grand Bahama and Bimini the benefits of voting against party.
If they vote independent, they have an opportunity to benefit from three people. because the PLP can continue to work because they want the seat back. The FNM work because they don't want the seat. And then me as the independent, I'm going to be working. So I presented that proposition to them, and a lot of people are open to it. They want something different. They realize that that's their way to have their cake and eat it too.
With ambitious goals and knowledge of the needs in the constituency, Swain says he knows what it will take to bring the community back, not only from an innovative standpoint, but a practical one as well.
Technology, innovation, I bring that to the table. And when you mix that with experience, that's how you channel the real environment for change. But when you have people who are just 60, 70 years old, they can't relate to the issues of an 18 or a 19-year-old. But me, I walk the same streets as them. I know what the issues is. I relate to the issues because I live in the same time as them today.
Swain, who has been in banking for more than 10 years, says he hopes to focus on bringing greater access to the community.
I took the time over the past years to build rapport and relationships with the residents, with the business owners in Bimini, as well as West Grand Bahama. So I know intimately what they need to make things easier for them. A lot of people now are talking about it. The candidates are talking about it. But my team has the actual plan and the practical plan to get banking alternatives in Bimini, to get ATM access in West Grand Bahama.
Election day is just hours away, and the independent candidate is feeling pretty confident.
We just want to ensure for them and our supporters that there's a smooth process and they have no hiccups with the voting process. So, I'm feeling good, feeling very good.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
With 2 days left to fill the vacant West Grand Bahama and Bimini seat, independent candidate Ternille Tadao maintains her commitment to bridging political divides through advocacy. She says she's confident in the work she has been doing and rolls out her plans for the constituency. Raven Davis spoke with the only female candidate in the race and filed this report.
In the closely contested race for the vacant West Grand Bahama and Bimini seat, independent candidate Ternille Tadao Burrows highlights her engagement with all sides of the political spectrum. She says after canvassing a portion of the West Grand Bahama community, she's proud of the active participation of residents who've been making their voices heard in the democratic process.
Everybody I spoke to was on one accord. They had certain concerns that seems like everyone shared. Some concerns were specific to particular neighborhoods, like the park with the pine forest crew, and we now see them standing up for themselves. And I feel as though the hummingbirds are now flying within the constituencies by the residents themselves, standing up for their rights.
And if successful in her bid, she unveils a plan that includes infrastructural upgrades and activism, utilizing the annual constituency budget to address community needs.
I still stand by my initial point with definitely in Parliament starting with child protection legislation and improvements in facilities and training to be in place. Also, creative industries is what I'm a professional at, so I want to ensure that we don't just have new jobs or security jobs or menial jobs, in quotations, but we find ways to build careers, especially with young people who have talents and skills and abilities that just haven't been tapped into.
But while her visit to Bimini has been hampered by financial constraints, she notes the receptiveness of those she's engaged with, noting talks of collaboration to empower the community beyond government assistance.
So the conversations I've had, we've been able to sing together, we've been able to, throw a football together. Some of the kids in Pine Forest had our little mini demonstrations calling for child protection. So if people follow my buzz for a Better Bahamas stage, you'll see a lot of the groundwork that I've been doing. It's been a fun time and just very enlightening to see that people do feel that there is a ray of hope.
As the election unfolds, Burrows expresses confidence in her approach, asserting that her focus is not solely on winning. Win or lose, she aims to continue being a dedicated advocate, working to empower the community and encouraging self-reliance. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
While registered voters in the West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituency will have an opportunity to cast ballots at these various polling divisions on Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023. At Polling Division 1, the West End Primary School in West End. At Polling Division 2, the West End Primary School in West End. Polling Division 3 at the Bight and Edmonds Reef at West End Primary School. Polling Division 4A, eligible voters will vote at the Holmes Rock North A through L at Holmes Rock Primary School, and for Polling Division 4B, Holmes Rock M through Z. Also at the Holmes Rock Primary School, Polling Division 5, Holmes Rock South is at the Holmes Rock Primary School. Polling Divisions 8, 9, 10, and 11 are in Bimini. Polling Division 6, Seagrape, Martintown Primary School. Polling Division 7, or Jonestown, is at the Martintown Primary School. Polling Division 12, Russell and Martintown. 13, Pinedale, and 14, Hannah Hill are all at the 8 Mile Rock High School. Sad news over on the island of Abaco as police officials are investigating the apparent drowning of a 4-year-old girl. Press Liaison Officer, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Stephen Roll, giving an update on the apparent drowning of a toddler on South Abaco on Saturday.
On Saturday, the 18th of November, 2023, the police in Abaco received information that a female toddler, while in the gated community in the Southern Abaco district, she wandered off from her mother, and moments later she was found unconscious on the beach. The victim, she was retrieved by bystanders, or actually individuals who were in the area, who assisted with CPR. She was immediately transferred to the Marsh Harbor Clinic, where she was seen and examined by a doctor, where she showed no signs of life, and she was pronounced deceased. This matter is under active police investigation.
Now, ASP Roll had this advice for parents and young children when it comes to water safety.
My advice to parents, particularly young toddlers, to bear in mind that when they're around water, to be sure that they are near you, but they're always in your care. To pay specific attention to these young kids to avoid these type of incidents from occurring again.
Meantime, it was a viral video on social media that showed the graphic image of a pedestrian hit on East Sunrise Highway on Friday evening. Tonight, police officials say luckily the man is recuperating at the Rand Memorial Hospital, but with serious injuries.
Yes, that's why, like I said, the police investigated a traffic accident that occurred on Corner Road at East Sunrise Highway, where a pedestrian was knocked down by a vehicle traveling west. They received some serious injuries to both legs and were later transported to the Rand Hospital, where he is still listed in stable condition. That matter too is under active investigation by the Traffic Department.
Still in police matters, police on Grand Bahama are also investigating an armed robbery in the Seahorse Village area on Monday, November 20th. Preliminary reports revealed that shortly after 4 a.m., police received information that a male armed with a knife entered a residence in Seahorse Village, accosted the residents, and demanded cash. The culprit escaped with an undetermined amount of cash and a black Toyota Passo vehicle. The license plate number is unknown. Police are following significant leads into this matter, and investigations are continuing. Women in policing. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery, fully loaded with everything you need. And extended hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The Grand Lucayan and Lighthouse Point invites you to join them for a Thanksgiving feast at Portobello's. It's a full buffet Thursday, November 23rd, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
List your home in Grand Bahama with H.G. Christie. Visit their new office in the Port Lucayan Marketplace. H.G. Christie, celebrating over 100 years of service.
Are you looking to turn your vision into a reality? Join us Friday, December 8th at 9 a.m. for the free UB North Innovation Summit at the Pelican Bay Hotel. Embrace tech innovation in a new era of business. Register by November 30th at ubignite.com or call us at 727-3962.
Five candidates, one seat, an experienced team. We've got you covered. Join us for the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election results live beginning at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
Your number one news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. This week is recognized as Women in Policing Week. Female officers throughout the country are being highlighted by the Royal Bahamas Police Force for 59 years of dedicated service to the community. Every day this week, ZNS North will highlight female officers for the role they play in keeping our community safe. Tonight, we salute Sergeant Crayana Roll for her 19 years of service.
My inspiration to be a police officer came from actually my junior high school years. Believe it or not, I was a troubled student, and as a result of that, I joined the police cadet program. Joining the cadet program, it truly changed my life, and I fell in love with policing, discipline, drilling, just everything about being a police officer. So joining the police force was a must for me. I'm currently a crime scene investigator, and at this time, I am the only female crime scene investigator in Grand Bahama. Being a crime scene investigator, that comes with a lot. At times, being a female is challenging, but I would like to say that just because you're a female, it doesn't mean that you can't do it, or you can't do what your male counterparts are doing. From the history, what I've known, female police officers weren't always allowed to work in certain areas or even go certain places. We now have female senior officers. We've had a female deputy commissioner, which back in the day, I don't think that ever would have happened.
We do apologize. That was Gayshell Russell of the Royal Bahamas Police Force as we continue to celebrate women for their work in policing. In other news, Colorado State University partnering with the Ministry of Education to host a college informational session on the weekend. High school seniors from a number of schools throughout Grand Bahama attending the session where they received vital information for future enrollment. Jay Philippe has more in this report.
An administrative team from Colorado State University traveling to Grand Bahama to discuss collaborations, programs of study, and scholarship opportunities for prospective university students. Students and parents in attendance were informed on how they can enroll students at CSU and the many benefits offered at the university.
We're excited to be here to let the Bahamian students know of scholarship opportunities that we have put together with the Ministry of Education so that students can come to Colorado State, which is a very comprehensive Tier 1 research university with tuition for the most part covered, and we're working on other scholarships that cover their housing and food. So it's a great opportunity for students to really get the most.
Director of International Students, Stan Boshert, outlined the requirements for prospective students.
A high school student, we're looking for somebody with a B average or above, 80% or above. We don't have to worry about English down here, which is awesome. And then we're looking for students to submit through the Common Application. And as part of that Common Application, they're going to be asked to do a short essay. And that's a chance for a student to share about kind of a life story.
Veteran professor and distinguished teaching scholar James Forstad also on hand for the informational session.
I teach the learning sciences, so I teach students how to learn. I'm really trying to get them to change their behaviors, and I teach them how to change their behaviors so that they can retain information long term. So I'm really giving them new behaviors that a lot of students aren't familiar with. that benefits them as a learner.
The connection between Colorado State University and Grand Bahama was forged through the relationship with Aaliyah Pinder, international recruiter and former graduate of St. George's High School.
I realized that stuff was not customized specifically for this group of students in terms of financial stuff, academic backing all the way, which is understandable because not everybody understands the culture. So I wanted to bring a culture to each school that I worked with, whether it was Florida Memorial, Benedict, Tennessee at the time, or Heath University, and did $25 million in scholarships. That was my way of reintroducing Grand Bahama to knowing that fully funded programs, scholarships is available to them, not just an undergraduate student, but also a master's and a PhD student as well.
Overall, some 50 students from high schools throughout Grand Bahama, along with other hopefuls, were pleased with the Global Partnership reception held by the university. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
And now it's time for your weekly health is wealth tips by Lucayan Family Care and Concierge.
It's almost summertime, and that means beach picnics, cookouts, and gastroenteritis. Gastroenteritis is commonly referred to as the stomach flu and is identified by fever, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal cramping. Symptoms can last for 6 to 9 days and can spread from person to person through the oral fecal route. If vomiting and diarrhea are present, oral rehydration at home with Pedialyte, water, Gatorade, or coconut water to avoid dehydration is imperative. Small, frequent sips of fluid are strongly recommended. Avoid fried foods, dairy products, and processed foods, which can increase stomach upset. And if fever is present, use fever-reducing medications. Hand hygiene, disinfecting surfaces, and confining those who are sick to home until they are recovered all work together to prevent the spread of infection to others. The big question is always, when do I seek medical care? Well, if you or your child is not tolerating fluids, experiencing vomiting and diarrhea for more than 2 days, or having a high fever that's not responding to fever-reducing medication, you should contact or attend your physician or medical health facility. I'm Nurse Thorell Smith, and it's been a pleasure to remind you that your health is your wealth.
When you order a large Pizza Hut specialty pizza, you unlock a delicious deal. For a limited time, you can add a small one-topping pizza for just $2 more. Hawaiian, Supreme, barbecue chicken, meat lovers, and more flavors. And for just $2, you can double the deliciousness. But hurry! This mouth-watering twice as nice deal won't last forever. Call Pizza Hut Freeport at 352-9191 today.
On Thursday, November 23rd, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., join Evangelist Elmore Smith, Hands Across Grand Bahama, and the Agape House family at a Thanksgiving giveaway on the grounds of Agape House. There will be free food and clothing. All are welcome.
It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. Woo!
It's only October.
Christmas isn't as far as you think. If you start your layaway now, you'll get it right on time. Make layaway work for you.
50% down on furniture and bedding. Any amount down on mattresses. 6 weeks to pay it off. No interest. Pay whatever you want, whenever you want.
Don't get caught on Christmas Day. Come to Island Bedding and lay it away.
Super S Motor Oil products now available at KMW Battery and Tires, Express Food Mart, Stop and Shop, and Chaffee's Gas Station, 8 Mile Rock.
Be recognized as the most innovative business in Grand Bahama with a chance to win up to $5,000 in cash and prizes by participating in the UB Ignite Innovation Awards. Registration closes on November 24th. Scan the code or visit ubignite.com today. 5 candidates. 1 seat.
Team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS Northern Service team, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, parents charged over toddler's death. Wednesday's by-election countdown. The nation's chief concerned about the rise in crime. In sports, Ole Miss Lady Rebels wins Hoops crown. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by BTC. Win over $100,000 in prizes when you sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. This Christmas is on us.
Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for joining us. Nearly a week after a 2-year-old boy went missing from his Fox Hill home and subsequently found dead in nearby bushes, the child's parents today appeared before a magistrate. We still don't know exactly what happened to the little boy, but as Corporal Pyfrom reports, there are some who fear there may have been a rush to judgment.
The boy's parents, father 41-year-old Douglas Nixon and his 31-year-old wife Jenny, appeared before Magistrate Carolyn Vogue Evans. They've been in police custody since last Wednesday, a day after 2-year-old Daniel Nixon's lifeless body was found in bushes near his Fox Hill area home. The little boy, police say, had injuries to his head and neck, though to date no cause of death has been given. His parents are charged each with a count of cruelty to children. The charge reads as follows. On Tuesday, November 14th, while concerned together while having in your custody, charge, and care, Daniel Nixon, age 2, did expose him in a manner causing him unnecessary suffering and injury to health. The Crown quickly advised the court that it would object to bail, leading to an at-times sharp back and forth with the co-accused attorney, Bijan Ferguson, arguing that the Crown's objection to bail should have come in the form of an affidavit. Magistrate Vogue Evans initially disagreed with this assertion, but after the Crown admitted that it still hadn't fully reviewed the case and needed more time to review and prepare a proper affidavit, she agreed to stand the matter down. Throughout Monday's proceedings and before, Jenny Nixon could be seen crying, her legs shaking, constantly tapping her feet as she stood before the court. Douglas Nixon showed no expression. Members of the Rastafarian community to which both these parents belong were also in court. They were here to show their support, but some of them also wanted to raise issue about comments made last week by Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda, who suggested that these parents were unfit to have children in their care.
We have working this along with social service as well, because there's 4 other young kids living at that residence.
But priest Javon Thompson knows both parents well and says this isn't an adequate portrayal.
We as Rastafarian, we believe in the infants being cared for, age protected. This is part of our creed. So it's not a liberty that we mistreat children. That's the next generation,
The Crown asked for and was granted a little more time. The pair will now be remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections at least until Wednesday. That's when they are due back in court. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Well, still on news from the courts, another round of cross-examination for a senior executive at the Water and Sewage Corporation as the Adrian Gibson corruption trial continues. Fern Carey has the details.
Members of the defense team challenging the testimony of senior manager at the Water and Sewage Corporation, Deidre Taylor, as they cross-examined her on her calculations relating to the repainting of water tanks at the Water and Sewage Corporation. Attorney Raphael Moxie questioned Taylor about an email she sent to then Water and Sewage General Manager Elwood Donaldson, quoting the minimum and maximum prices to paint the tanks. He told Taylor that based on her estimates, the corporation paid $235,000 plus VAT for the work, which he suggested suggested was a savings and a discount of 55%. She disagreed, however, explaining that there were two different specifications for the work. Moxie also told Taylor her calculations were wrong in an email sent to Donaldson. He went on to ask her if the corporation lost any money, to which she answered no, if the top value for the work had been used. She also agreed that the tanks had been refurbished satisfactorily. Attorney Damien Gomez-Casey then asked the witness if she had factored into her estimates the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on supply chains. She responded that she had not, also acknowledging inflation could have impacted the maximum price of the contracts. The King's Counsel also queried if it were likely that the paint was imported, and Taylor explained it could have been, but she said some of the paint was available locally. The case has been adjourned to Tuesday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
A North Andros weekend boating trip turns fatal. Police confirming that two men aboard a 17-foot blue and white Boston Whaler were in waters off Nicholstown, North Andros Friday when the vessel capsized in rough seas. One of the men managed to swim to shore. No such luck, though, for the second man. Authorities revealed Saturday that a body of a man was retrieved from waters off North Andros. A positive identification is pending, while an autopsy will be performed to determine the exact cause of death. Two men face murder charges. A 23-year-old male resident of Lightbourne Avenue was charged with the murder of 34-year-old Diamond Cox on November 7th, and a 22-year-old man of Willow Tree Avenue was charged with the fatal shooting of 22-year-old Demetrius Butler. That incident happened on Wednesday, April 26th in the Golden Palm Estates area. Well, an altercation on a cruise ship leads to the arrest of an American woman. Criminal Investigation Department officers have charged a 26-year-old female of Anchorage, Alaska, with causing grievous harm after she reportedly physically assaulted another female aboard a cruise ship while in Bahamian waters last Thursday. A 47-year-old woman and her 16-year-old son have been charged with stealing and receiving fraud by false pretenses and possession of and uttering forged documents. The charges stem from a report police received last Monday that the mother had rented a silver 2013 Honda Fit vehicle. Authorities report that the mother and son allegedly sold the vehicle without the owner's consent. Well, still on crime, a 34-year-old man of Iguana Way soon to appear before a magistrate on indecent assault charges. Sexual Offenses Unit officers learned that a mother filed a complaint against the accused after he reportedly committed the act on her 15-year-old daughter October 26. Meantime, a 35-year-old woman was at a local night spot in Western New Providence around 2:30 a.m. Sunday when she was allegedly sexually assaulted. Investigations in both matters continue. The reported cases of serious crimes not sitting well with the Prime Minister, who this past weekend expressed concern about the number of people on bail for such matters.
Can say that crime is trending down, but unfortunately we still have these retaliatory killings. We know that most of the recent murders relate to persons who are out on bail, and again, that's part of the challenge. If persons going on bail, it tends to become a death sentence, and whatever efforts, despite the efforts of our law enforcement agencies, we have not been able to curtail that. The way to curtail it is perhaps to let them remain in custody until the trial could be heard. And again, there's another challenge we have, expediting these trials. One of the persons who were killed has been on bail from 2017 for murder, and still has not been tried. And so there are other systemic issues that we're addressing to ensure that we continue this fight against crime.
Well, still to come, by-election campaigns enter final lap. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more after this.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Welcome to a world where hope is still loud, where dreams are still relevant, and determination has no substitute. Welcome to a nation where the people are still warm, resilient, and innovative. And Commonwealth Bank is at the center of it all, giving innovation and progress an extra push for more than 60 years. We're here for Bahamians because we are Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
This Christmas is on BTC. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us. Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles and get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag. Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more. Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas with over $100,000 in prizes. All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
The new KFC nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
Mario thought he could have his cake and eat it too. He almost found out the hard way that if you don't insure your home for the full replacement value, when it comes time to make a claim, you won't get the full payout. It's called the condition of average. If your $200,000 home is destroyed by a hurricane, but you only insured it for $100,000, half the value, you'll only get half of that $100,000 payout. Actually, less than that, because there's also a deductible which will be deducted from your payout. Check your home insurance policy for the condition of average clause and ask your insurance agent or broker how condition of average would affect you. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas, protecting the interests of policyholders.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
Are you ready for the craziest Black Friday event ever seen? Join us as we make history at Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center on Mackey Street for our 3 days of blackout. November 23rd, November 24th, and November 25th. Thousands of items priced at Amazon's list price will be available, VAT inclusive. So call us at 698-0123 or WhatsApp 557-2522 so you don't have to miss out on these unbelievable deals. See you there.
second phase of MSC Cruise Line's Ocean Key development signed today in Bimini. The $100 million expansion expected to significantly enhance the cruise giant's private island there. The immediate impact is expected to lead to some 200 jobs. However, Director of Investments Felicia Woods-Hanna assures that opportunities for Bahamians are included in the plans.
During the negotiations, the Honorable Prime Minister made it very clear that Bahamians and his citizenry had to be at the forefront of everything that's done with this project. And so when this was reviewed by the National Economic Council, that was the main focus to get us to this point today. And that's what we're most excited about. Where their industry is reserved for Bahamians, they will remain for Bahamians pursuant to the National Investment Policy. So that is a cadre of things. And that's retail, that is wholesale, that is manufacturing, transportation in most instances as well will remain for Bahamians. And we will make sure that, of course, whatever concessions are available to the foreign investors also available to the domestic investor as well. That's what's important to us.
More on today's MSC Cruises contract signing in Bimini in tomorrow's newscast. Today left the Parliamentary Registration Department verifying that the West Grand Bahama and Bimini by-election process will be effectively managed and conducted to the highest standards. On by-election morning, candidates and their agents will have the opportunity to again inspect the advanced poll envelopes, reconfirming that the seals are intact and the envelopes in the same condition as when they were last inspected. As votes are cast, candidates and their agents will be able to check voters' identities against their copies of the current register with the right to challenge the participation of any voter prior to casting their vote. They will also be present to verify that ballots are signed and placed into the ballot boxes. They are also permitted to be present during the ballot counting and recounting and to follow the ballots as they are delivered to the returning officer at the end of the initial count on by-election day. The Act states that if any candidate or agent is not present at the given time, the process must proceed without them. While the race for the West Grand Bahama and Bimini seat heating up, with both the Progressive Liberal Party and the Free National Movement holding rallies over the weekend in a final push to sway voters before Wednesday's poll day. Both parties are expected to hold rallies tonight, the PLP in Bimini and the FNM in West Grand Bahama. Progressive Liberal Party leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, confident on clinching the West Grand Bahama and Bimini seat. Davis appeals to voters to make the right choice.
There's no reason for the people of West and Grand Bahama to vote for a voice in opposition. What would that do for them? There's 3 more years left in this term. Let us continue the work that we started. Let us see what else could happen in the next 3 years. Have someone around the table with us to ensure that their cries are heard, their aspirations could be met, and it could be met with assurance that there's someone who will be speaking at all times to them. You need a voice in opposition.
Yes. Well, the Free Nation Movement, Michael Pintard, is adamant that his party will prioritize the concerns of West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituents if given the opportunity to represent them in Parliament. He appeared on ZNS radio show The Final Hour with Offland Bodie earlier this afternoon.
We believe we're in the top percentage. We have run a successful appliance replacement program because of the pace at which social services was helping residents. So yes, I believe even in opposition, Ricardo Grant will be successful influencing his party as well as others to partner with him in helping residents of West Grand Bahama and Bimini.
Well, the major political parties are in full election campaign mode. The Progressive Liberal Party is holding a rally in Bimini tonight. Our Arja Quant is live on the ground and gives us a preview. Good evening.
We are coming to you live here on the
the grounds at Smitty's Restaurant, where the Progressive Liberal Party will host their rally in just a few moments. Now, this coming just 2 days before the West Grand, Bahama and Bimini by-election. Currently, the PLP's motorcade is underway, traversing the streets of Bimini. Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, candidate Kingsley Smith, Chairman of the PLP, and Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, all in attendance. Supporters also gathering in large numbers, cheering and chanting for their rally. CBS is also expected to perform here at the site in just a few moments. All of this unfolding again at 8 p.m. right here on the ZNS Network. Coming to you live here again on the grounds of Smitty's Restaurant in Bimini, reporting for the Bahamas Tonight. I'm Azure Quant, back to you in the nation's capital.
Well, Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus.
Coming up in sports for this evening, things are heating up. College basketball in full swing here in the Bahamas. Details ahead in sports.
Tourism Today. Bahamas Tourism Today.
At the Silver Airways press conference, Director of Aviation and Deputy Director General of Tourism, Dr. Kenneth Romer, addressed the Bahamas' efforts to increase safety and security within the aviation sector.
In July of this year, we launched the first ever Bahamas National Aviation Strategic Plan. It was based around 8 broad themes. Another component of this National Aviation Strategic Plan speaks to how we strengthen safety and security programs. We all know that post-pandemic, that passenger confidence in aviation, safety and security is indispensable, especially as we continue to grow this tourism and aviation industry. We know the Bahamas is required to implement and conform to a safety oversight system to promote aviation safety. And I would say that we achieve these safety milestones by observing and assessing compliance of our aircraft operators like United and others, our service providers. How do they comply with applicable regulations and procedures and recommended best practices?
United Airlines Regional Director Santiago Caponero also gave his congratulations to the Nassau Airport Operation Team's recent accomplishment of the Silver Safety Level within United's Safety Excellence Program.
Nassau today is writing their name in the list of very select locations, the growing list of very select locations where levels within the United Safety Excellence Program are being accomplished. So this goal of silver safety level within the Safety Excellence Program at United that Nassau is now turning into an accomplishment is that in itself, but it's also the starting point for the next goal, which is the next level within our Safety Excellence Program, which is gold. So to all the team here, thank you very much, to our business partners and the airport, the entire airport team here. Thank you very much for your support on this and the progress that we've made.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Mecklin Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Did you know the National Insurance Act provides for an insured pregnant woman to access her maternity benefit before or after delivering her baby? Expecting mothers are entitled to 13 weeks of maternity leave, which can be applied for by completing the Med-2 claim for maternity benefit form. Section A is completed by a registered physician or certified midwife. The medical practitioner certifies the expected or actual confinement period, signs the form, and affixes their official stamp. Forms completed by medical practitioners outside of the Bahamas must be accompanied by the physician's business card. In sections B and C, the claimant provides personal and employment details, declares their last day at work, signs and dates the form. The Med-2 form is always accompanied by Form Med-4 or Employer Certificate, which is completed by the employer. Both the Med 2 and accompanying Med 4 forms must be submitted within 3 months from the first day of confinement. Forms submitted outside of this period are considered late and will be subject to review by the Late Claims Committee. Before submitting forms, check that all fields are accurately completed. Incomplete forms or forms with incorrect information will delay the processing of your benefit application. For more information, visit the NIB website at nib-bahamas.com.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
Well, we now know what caused Sunday's blaze at Petoskey Dock. The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources confirming that a boat which was being towed caught fire and drifted in the vicinity of the stalls, which were located on the dock's western side. The blaze that destroyed 4 stalls and partially destroyed another was brought under control by police firefighters. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Honorable Jomo Campbell, is grateful no injuries were reported.
Employees from the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources are working together feverishly with members from the Ministry of Works. Our goal is to restore vendors to a state of normalcy as soon as practically possible. In this time, we ask that you keep the vendors that have suffered their loss on Petoskey Dock in your prayers.
For the poll question of the week, and this week we're asking, should teachers be allowed to participate in TikTok videos with their students? You can chime in on our social media handles.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
It's that time of year again, and Bahamas Welding and Fire has everything you need to transform your home this holiday season. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Trim the tree, hang the family stockings, and gift some Christmas cheer to those you love. From assorted ribbons, garlands, Christmas trees, wreaths, LED lights, holiday props, stockings, and skirts, BWF has the largest selection of all things holly and jolly. And for Santa's little helpers, from kids' bikes to motorized toys, we'll make all their dreams come true. Our helpful staff is waiting to see you. Shop today at BWF. We have all the top brand name tools and kitchen appliances too. Visit our store on number 13 Wilton Street and see for yourself. BWF, we're more than just our name.
Oak Electric on Joe Farrington Road is having a huge Black Friday sale. 10 to 75% off on all Christmas decorations, ceiling fans, light fixtures, bath vanities, washers and dryers. Andrus Beauty Supplies is the place for all your designer handbags from 10 to 50% off. Come on down and catch the Black Friday sale only November 24th from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So give them a call today at 324-7953.
Great deals. Best prices. Don't miss it.
At RBC, we know the roles you have to play can change quickly. Whether it's a homeowner, a new parent, today's head chef, or the family chauffeur. Whatever life asks you to be. RBC is a bank for all of you. Win Christmas cash with a no-fee loan from RBC.
Janae's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes. Musical Christmas LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels and Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls in all sizes, garlands, wreaths, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Check our selections online at www.janaes.com.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage your claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Welcome home.
Whether you shop in the morning or in the night, the specials are always right at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Healthy Choice soups, assorted 15-ounce, $2.29. Robin Hood flour, 5.5 pounds, $4.99. Distinction evaporated milk, 14-ounce, $1.19. Russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, $4.99. Whole chickens, $1.99 per pound. Shop the specials this holiday season at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
With 3 or more vehicles looking for the perfect fueling solution? Well, look no further.
I can go to any Rubis service station and get fast and easy service without any form of payment.
I can top up my fuel account and generate reports anytime online.
We at Wildflowers enjoy significant savings from fraud reduction. The Rubis system provides optimum security and peace of mind.
Email BahamasSales@rubis-bahamas.com to sign up now.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers. It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Operating 29 power stations on 17 islands is a primary mandate of the Bahamas Power and Light Company. And its Chief Operating Officer, Tony Seymour, boasted at last week's Long Island Business Outlook that Long Island can be considered one of the best islands for power generation nationwide.
And what your local manager has done is he has procured what I like to call a roving generator. So it's currently at the Miller's Power Station. However, the Michael Islands also fall under his supervision. So if there's an issue in one of the islands within his territory, he can send that generator to a different location to supplement as required.
Time now for a check on Family Island weather temperatures. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Desmond. We have mostly clear skies, temperature 79 degrees, the relative humidity 75%. Northeast winds at 14 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,016.7 millibars at 30.04 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Valleys this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 73 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Green Tool, Key, and Marshall, Babaco. The Berry Islands, warmer at 78 degrees. Alice Bimini, warmer still at 82. 77 degrees in Harbor Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera, 78. Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 80 degrees. Camp Space South Andros, Black Point, Exuma reporting 82 degrees. Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key at 76. Georgetown, Exuma, 80 degrees. 78 in Ragged Island, Clarence, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands, Matthew Town, Inagua, 82, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, 81 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. In the Northwestern Islands tonight through tomorrow, those winds will remain easterly at 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet with a moderate chop, so caution flags remain in place for boaters in the Northwest Bahamas. Now, your low tide, that will take place at 7:49 tonight. You will have another low tide at 8:05 tomorrow morning. For the Central and Southeastern Islands, easterly winds as well, but stronger still, 15 to 25 knots, very rough seas, 5 to 8 feet over the ocean, so advisories are in place for boaters in the Central and Southeastern Islands through Tuesday. And then on Wednesday in the Northwestern Islands, the winds reduce, becoming southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots, wave height subsiding 2 to 4 feet. Your low tide on Wednesday, 9:16 in the morning, high tide 3:19 in the afternoon. Now for the Central and Southeastern Islands on Wednesday, some reduction as well in those winds, east to southeast, 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, but we will maintain a caution flag for the Central and Southeastern Islands on Wednesday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Also, Sylvanus Petty has been removed as chairman of the Water and Truth Corporation after a revelation that his daughter was awarded a contract at the very corporation he chairs. Our senior producer and columnist Tanya Smith Cartwright takes this matter to task this week. WSC drama, When You Dig One Grave, Dig Two, is a title for the column this week. And as I see it is published on our website, www.znsbahamas.com, and our social media platforms every Monday. So be sure to look it up. Through this column, Smith Cartwright explores a multitude of trending, controversial hot topics and brings them to us as she sees them.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
I know you ain't spending no more money on this boat. Ain't this what you drowned in last year?
I understand. How I drowned last year if I here running on foolishness with you?
Where you going now?
Montague.
For what?
For best of the best. Why you keep putting question to me? Over 90 boats and over 200 sailors coming from all around the Bahamas to compete for the largest sailing port ever. You better pray take you the best of the best.
You ain't got to worry about that because you's the best of the worst.
Anyway, while this woman running on, I will see you all to the 2023 Best of the Best Regatta. Woman, you will see me talking?
Come before them.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
This Christmas is on BTC.
All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with us.
Sign up for one of our $64.99 or higher postpaid plans or one of our broadband bundles.
And get a chance to drive into 2024 with a brand new Kia Sonet. Pay your bill in full and you can be a winner with our Christmas grab bag.
Activate a $15 prepaid combo and get your chance to win Visa gift cards, travel and gas vouchers, and so much more.
Watch our Hallmark movie of the week for a chance to win a prepaid Visa gift card. Make BTC your choice this Christmas
with over $100,000 in prizes.
All you have to do is sign up, top up, pay up, or watch and win with BTC. Visit any BTC location today. Terms and conditions apply.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sands Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera. Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Monday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall here at Baha Mar. The Baha Mar Hoops event is really going along very, very well. Yesterday, they had the Bahamas Championship won by the Miami University Hurricanes, and now they're set for the Pink Flamingo Championships. Those get started here today. Meanwhile, Coach Yo and the Ole Miss Lady Rebels, they're into the championship game over there. Let's check out and see what Amajal knows on the scene for the details.
Thanks, Ellis. It was a homecoming story for the ages. Yolette Maxey-McCoon and her Ole Miss Lady Rebels are your 2023 Battle for Atlantis Women's Champions after defeating the Michigan Wolverines 60-49 at the Imperial Arena. This one never really in doubt, as the Lady Rebs would get out double digits after the first quarter and never look back. Their patented stifling defense managed to keep Michigan under 25% shooting from the field as they would cruise to the 60-49 win. Madison Scott would be named tournament MVP, and Coach Yo would become the first Bahamian coach to win Battle for Atlantis.
Last year when we lost, was in a tournament, but we ended up losing the game. You know, I was just, the junk of the music started playing and I couldn't even dance, you know. And that's why I made it a point to go dance once I heard the junk of the music today, because I love junk of the music. And the fact that I couldn't dance last year has kept me up at night.
Coach O speaking on the importance of representation.
You can't be what you can't see. And so representation matters, no matter what. Black, white, woman, male. Representation matters. Nationality. So for me to come home and be able to do this, and hopefully provides inspiration to the youth. You know, I did it old school. I graduated from the high school in the Bahamas, Catholic High. Like, I'm like born and raised in the 242, right? And so, like, for me to be able to go out and live the American dream, play college basketball, have an opportunity to do what I'm doing, and I hope that it provides inspiration.
Now, while the ladies tournament wrapped up today, the men's action expected to kick off on Wednesday. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
The Baha Mar Hoops Nassau Championship game taking place on Sunday night at the Baha Mar Hoops Arena. Miami, Florida, number 12th ranked in the ACC, taking on Kansas State. Kansas State in the purple uniforms had a big fan contingent, but they would be silenced early on after Miami took a huge lead at the half, 55-44, and they would never look back as they cruised their way to the victory here. 91-83 ends up being your final score. For Miami, it was no Chad Ormier who had himself a big game. He finished up with a total of 23 points to go along with 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Meanwhile, Nigel Pack had a good game as well, 28 points. He had 6 3-pointers in the first half alone, finished up also with 2 rebounds. And again, the championship going to Miami. They celebrate on the floor.
Well, I think it's not just the tournament. It's a whole environment where you're playing for a championship against high-quality opponents. We played against a team from the SEC, Georgia, and a team from the Big 12, Kansas State. So we're in the ACC. So we didn't play Providence, who's in the Big East, but those are 4 very good conferences represented in Baha Mar in this tournament.
On to some high school softball now, as the private school softball championships set to continue after having their series interrupted due to bad weather last week. All 4 series expected to be contested. Junior girls, junior boys, senior girls, and senior boys all will be on the line today. Those series can all end potentially. We'll see how they turn out. Meanwhile, if they do play a deciding game 3, it will come your way on Tuesday at the Freedom Farm Fields. And that's it. Your check on sports for you here on this Monday. Don't go anywhere. We do have that weather report coming up after this. ZNS Total Sports brought to you by Sans Beer, who reminds you to recycle your beer bottles for cash in Nassau, Grand Bahama, and now Abaco and Eleuthera.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, Using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving Sand Dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers. It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
Do you hear that? That's Junkanoo. And that means that the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades are right around the corner. Don't get left behind. Make sure to book your ads in the live ZNS broadcast of the Junkanoo parades, the most professional coverage of our national art form. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800. Ask for the special Junkanoo advertising package and be a part of Junkanoo on the ZNS TV network.
Hello, everyone. This is Tony Williams back with a special promotion for BahamasAir.com and GoGo Florida. The $100 deposit is back, but it's only on your debit card. So whether you're renting that sedan, SUV, or spacious minivan for group or family trips, keep your cash in your pocket. Only Dollar Thrifty is making it convenient